Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim, Mages Guild Edition. In our last episode, we took a tour of the college after we passed our little entry exam, and now we're going to go to our first lesson here at the Halls of the Elements. Nice door. Oh look.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're talented.
Kind of surprised the Archmage is in here, but whatever.
Welcome, welcome. We were just beginning. Please, stay and listen. So, as I was saying, the first thing to understand is that magic is, by its very nature, volatile and dangerous. Unless you can control it, it can and will destroy you.
Sir, I think we all understand that fairly well. We wouldn't be here if we couldn't control magic.
Of course, my dear, of course. You all certainly possess some inherent natural ability. That much is not being questioned. What I'm talking about is true control, mastery of magic. It takes years, if not decades, of practice and study.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's get started.
Please, please. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Eagerness must be tempered with caution, or else disaster is inevitable.
But we've only just arrived here. You've no idea what any of us are capable of. Why not give us a chance to show you what we can do?
You've been quiet so far. What do you think we should do?
I think we should learn something practical. I mean, come on, I jogged all the way to Winterhold. This is a long jog from White One, dude.
Is that so?
See, she agrees with us too. Why don't you actually show us something?
All right, let's settle down. I suppose we can try something practical. In continuing with our theme of safety, we'll start with wards. Wards are protective spells that block magic. I'll teach you all a ward, and we'll see if you can successfully use it to block spells, all right? Would you mind helping me with the demonstration? Are you at all familiar with ward spells?
Now this is the reason why I did not buy any ward spells up to this point. He gives you a basic ward spell for this quest, so you can save a little money in the beginning by simply not buying your own.
That's all right. I can teach you a very basic ward, one that's enough for the purposes of this lesson. Now, if you'll just stand right over there, I'll cast a spell at you, and you block it with the ward. Here we go. Over there, please, just opposite me. Wouldn't want anyone else in the way. Now, cast the ward spell, and keep it up.
Okay. Now he taught us a basic ward spell, like he said. That will be on the Restoration. Where is it? Ah, there it is. He taught us Lesser Ward.
Hold still.
What you learn here will last you a lifetime. Several, if you're
Well, I
talented.
think this is an excellent start. I'd like you all to continue practicing with wards, please. I think perhaps we're ready to begin exploring some of the various applications of magic throughout history. The college has undertaken a fascinating excavation in the ruins of Sarthal nearby. It's an excellent learning opportunity. I suggest we meet there in a few hours and see what awaits us inside. That's all for now. Thank you.
Now, ward spells work exactly like you just saw. I don't like that guy. I don't trust him. He's being shifty. Yeah, ward spells, you just hold down the button and it'll cast the ward while it's constantly draining your mana. But it'll block any magicka thrown at you for the duration of the ward. I don't use them that much, to be honest. It's a heavy mana drain, and I don't normally invest too much in restoration magic, which would lower the mana drain considerably if I did.
You are relatively new here, are you not? I have noticed you, but we have not spoken.
No, sir, we haven't. This is the Archmage, by the way. He's the top dog of the college.
Sir? How quaint. I am Savos Arin, Archmage of the College of Winterhold. I am quite content to see nearly any aspect of magic explored and investigated here. But I do not and will not approve of any research or experiments that cause purposeful harm to your fellow members of the college. Are we clear?
I like what he said there. You catch that, he's perfectly fine with me doing virtually anything as long as it doesn't intentionally mess up one of my classmates. As in necromancy, Daedra summoning, black soulstone usage, you know, the really nasty stuff that was completely outlawed in the Empire a long time ago. Yeah, none of that stuff is illegal here. You can do virtually anything. So dangerous research has got to be a problem.
Not often, no. Some risks must be taken, to be sure. I am simply trying to avoid untimely deaths. We also must make an effort to avoid worsening what Skyrim thinks of us.
That might be easier if we didn't practice necromancy.
I have many important things on my mind. Your concerns are not among them.
But corpse humping apparently is. Okay. Well then, where are we headed today, everyone? Let's take a look. We're going to Sarathal, which can be found out here, not too far of a jog. I'll meet you guys near it. Okay, and we're back. We're at Sarathal now. Now, today's lore topic is going to be about something I kind of hinted at when I was talking to the Guildmaster. It's going to be about forbidden magics in general, and the fact that they're no longer forbidden, which I find really odd myself. Yeah, in Skyrim, well, specifically at the Mage College itself, lockpicks are always nice, there is no ban on any kind of magic, at all. Like, necromancy, if you've played Oblivion, you understand how big a deal that is, that we're just allowed to do it. Nobody cares if we perform necromancy. There was a time when that would have been a really, really big deal for people. Looks like I got here before my fellow students did. That's no problem. Give me a second to talk anyway. So yeah. That's a large part of the reason why mages are so distrusted in Skyrim, why they're treated badly, and the populace in general wants nothing to do with us. Because we're raising the dead, we're capturing people's souls and gems, we're throwing fireballs and melting people's faces off, and, you know, all these kind of things, and there's absolutely no restriction on it. You can just do it because, just because. As long as the college will take virtually anyone, and they accept virtually any field of study, no matter how immoral. Like, some of the people in the college have been alive for hundreds of years through black magic. They've, like, eaten people's souls and crap to stay alive, and that's completely fine. It's a dangerous place. Let's put it that way. It's a dangerous place. And, there's another reason that I'll go over in a little bit as to why they were so distrusted. Not just the forbidden magic. And here's everybody.
I find it hard to believe this excavation was approved.
You didn't just hear what I said, did you? They approve everything. We can do nearly...
I find it hard to believe this excavation was approved.
Anything is okay with these people.
This is better than sitting around talking about magic, don't you think?
I agree.
You know, there might be gold somewhere in here.
Oh god. Jargo is such a stereotype, Khajiit.
Who knows what we might find?
We're all like, you know, the three of us are like, oh yeah, we get to learn magic, yay, everything's well. What does he want? He wants to rob the dead. That's
This is
great.
exciting, isn't it?
Alright, where's our tutor? Hold, let me wait another hour, see if the tutor arrives. No.
I find it hard to believe this excavation was
Yeah, we don't care anymore. Let's go inside then. But we can't. Okay. Again, I have to ask, where's the teacher? He's supposed to be here by now. I don't see him anywhere. We'll try waiting another hour. Well, this is a problem, gentlemen. This is a problem. Okay, this does happen sometimes.
You know, there might be gold somewhere in here.
Let me...
I find it hard to believe this
If you have a
excavation
problem
was
like this where an NPC isn't arriving where you need him to, one trick you can try and do to fix it, keyword try, is have a loading screen. Wait times aren't actually loading screens, but if I re-fast travel here from here, it'll be a small loading screen which might reset his positioning to where he's supposed to be. So let's see if that works. Doesn't always, but sometimes it does. No, he's still not there, huh? Did I miss a step? No, I'm supposed to meet him here, he just hasn't arrived yet. Well, this is a problem, isn't it? Take a moment to search this urn, because you find a lot of healing pots in urns. Alright, I'm gonna go see if I can find the teacher then. I need time to talk anyway. This happens sometimes. When you're playing Skyrim, sometimes you get bugs like this, where they just aren't showing up where they're supposed to or whatnot. And there's really not much you can do about it. I don't see him anywhere. I mean, you can try and force a wait time, you can try reloading the screen. Sometimes you just kind of get stuck like this, and there's not much you can do. Yeah, he's supposed to be standing right there, but he's not. I'll try waiting another hour, maybe he still hasn't arrived? No, I think he just glitched out on me. Okay, that's not good.
I find it hard to believe that... New here too, eh? I'd hoped I wouldn't be the only Nord, but I should have known better.
Yeah, there's not many Nords here, because, well, Nords hate mages.
This is... Before you even ask, yes, I have an ancestry steeped in magic, and no, I don't want to talk about it. Yes, I know Winterhold used to be full of my kind, and no, I don't care that they're all gone now. Does that cover everything?
Yes? I don't want to talk to her, she's too defensive. How about the thief? I mean
Who
Khajiit.
knows what we might find in here? You are new, yes? Have you mastered the expert-level destruction spells yet?
Not yet, but eventually.
Ah, this is good. But Jizargo will know them first. It is good to finally be around mages who may be able to keep up with Jizargo.
Actually, yes, everything is a competition. I agree with Jargo.
Smooth hunting.
Okay then. I'm gonna see what I can do to force this guy to spawn. I'm gonna go off screen for a moment and look at some of my notes on what to do in these situations. Things that might only work on a PC is might be what I result to. First, I'm gonna try sleeping. Sometimes that actually works. No, he's still not here, huh? Alright then. I'll be right back while I figure out how to deal with this, and then we'll continue on. Okay everybody, we're back. Now, as I said, we've encountered an annoying bug here that, well, my buddy didn't appear. The teacher's not here, and there's not much I can do about that. If I wasn't on the PC. I'm not letting this destroy my walkthrough, and if you also have this kind of a bug occur, I guess it'll be good to show you how to fix it. So here's what you do, okay? Stand where you want him to be, hit your tilde key, and type in this command. Player place at me exactly as I spelled it, 001C19E. That S you see up there is where I entered the command previously incorrect intentionally, so I'd have it for easy remembrance. Now if I did that right...
It's always encouraging to see the younger generations embracing education.
This is exciting, isn't it?
You ready?
Good to see Skyrim still has such fine people. You give an old man hope.
Before I forget, this guy's an alteration trainer, and he will sell you pretty good alteration spells, but let's get in there.
All right. Please stay close to me while we're inside. It should be safe, but it's always better to be cautious.
I try to avoid using console commands at all, but where the hell are they going? We're going in here. You... Okay. I don't know where they're going. It doesn't matter. I'm going in. Oh, there they are. Like I said, I try very hard to avoid...
As some of you may know, Southall was
Oh dear.
the earliest Nord settlement
Oh dear.
in Skyrim. It was also the largest.
We have 2 Tolstiers.
Sacked by the elves in the infamous Night of Tears, not much is known about what happened to Southall.
And as you can see, this is what the bug was. Tolstier walked in the door without actually unlocking it for the rest of
It's
us.
an exciting opportunity for us to be able to study such an early civilization and the magics they used.
I'll let him finish talking, then I'll explain what's going on here, because I did do some console commands.
Who knows
Well,
what we might find
are there
in
any
here?
questions before we begin?
No, what do I do here? I don't need to ask questions about ancient Dwemer artifacts or Draugr or anything else.
Ah, yes. Well, why don't you see if you can assist Arniel Gain? He's one of our scholars, here working on cataloging our finds. I expect he'd appreciate some help in locating any additional magical artifacts here in the ruins. Any enchanted items will do. The usefulness of the enchantment is irrelevant. If you find anything, the class can look it over. Now let's see. What shall we have the rest of you do? Raylina, my dear, why don't you search for warding magics? Anything designed to keep people out. Don't interact with them, just identify them. Ormond, please search that area over there. See if you notice any residual energies, alive or undead. Cesargo, what shall we have you do? Why don't you verify that we're the first ones here? Look for any amount of tampering with the tombs. All right, everyone. Let's be careful, but have fun.
Okay, then.
Do you think there's treasure here? Something to make Cesargo a powerful...
We get it, you're a thief. Now, the problem we're encountering here is this, okay? Tolfdir, through a glitch, walked into the dungeon, so you can see him right up here. He walked in without the rest of us, without unlocking the door. Because of that, we couldn't get in. What I did is I spawned the NPC with his coding, with that console command I showed you. I spawned it where I needed it to stand to give me the dialogue option to unlock the door. Now we have two Tolfdirs, and that one's going to stand there at the doorway like an idiot for all eternity because he's... Well, he's the original, but he's not... Yeah, he's trapped there for eternity. I don't like doing that. I avoid it when I can, but this is a pretty common bug with this quest, and people may need help if they have the same problem. If you're not on the PC, though, I can't help you. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to restart the quest and hope for the best, and hope it doesn't glitch out again. I can't help you if you're not on the PC, because that's the only way I know to fix it. But let's just pretend that didn't happen and carry on, shall we? Now, back to... Whoa, and then I fall. That's okay, I cut the side, so I didn't get hurt. Back to today's lore topic, yeah? Another part of the reason why we are so hated and mistrusted, and by that I mean the college and mages in general, is because of something called, I believe it was called the Great Collapse? Yes, the Great Collapse. It was an event that happened... it was an event that happened in Winterhold a while back, not too far back, I think like 10 years or so, where a large chunk of the city broke off and fell into the sea and people died and there was screaming and drowning and death and all that fun stuff. The college, however, did not fall. Hello, Tolfdir.
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secure.
And yet you brought the novices here. Good job. You're a brilliant man. But yeah, the Great Calamity happened. Now let's talk to Arniel real quick.
Don't touch anything!
I was sent to help you, asshole.
What? Ah, yes. You. I remember you. You're going to help? That's fine. Just don't make a mess of my work. I've only looked through a portion of this section. You can look around in the chambers just north of here. Try and be careful, all right? We don't want to damage anything.
Okay. How do you remember me? I don't know you. I've never met you. Kind of odd to me. But whatever. Seems a little shifty, but I'm not going to question it. Anyway. Oh, look at that. You can't really see it, but trust me, it's there. If you don't have the quest marker, I don't think you'll ever find this. There's an enchanted ring on the floor you have to pick up. Because we're looking for magical artifacts, so we just go around picking up magical artifacts. Here's another enchanted ring. They're just kind of laying around. We've got a amulet over here we can pick up. And our last one is... We'll pick up the amulet last. The last one is another enchanted ring way over here. So let's pick up that amulet now, shall we? When I take that... Well, that's no good.
What in the world was that racket? Is everything all right?
I seem to have set off a trap.
How in the world did that happen?
Well, you see, I didn't check for tripwires because I'm not a thief and we don't look for those. Yeah.
Really? Perhaps the amulet is important somehow. Is there some way you can use it?
Okay. I can... Well, I mean, how do you use an amulet? I guess you put it on. That's not a bad amulet. 3% less to cast spells. Nothing mind-blowing, but it's not bad. And while I'm at it, I'm going to swap the Novice Robe for the Novice Robe of Destruction. It's slightly better. Oh, and put on my boots, because I like boots. Nice college boots.
You see that? Some kind of resonance. You and the wall. It must be connected to the amulet. I wonder, what effect might your spell have?
Let's find out. What effect might my spells have? Pretty good effect if you ask me. Oh, and the trap's fixed now, by the way. Toftir?
Please be careful here. The site isn't entirely secure.
You saw that, right? I'm not crazy?
Well, would you look at that? This appears to lead somewhere. Let's see where it goes.
Okay. Anyway, the Great Collapse happened in Winterhold. Part of the city fell into the ocean. A lot of people died, but the Mage's College was mostly unharmed by it. And people think the Mages are why it happened.
Well, this is highly unusual and very interesting.
They claim that's not why it happened. It's up to you to decide if they're lying or not. I could go either way, to be honest. Bone meal, skulls, other dead people stuff. Anyway, let's follow our teacher.
Why in the world would this be sealed off? What is this place?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what to expect here. Please be on your guard.
Okay. Guard up. Whoa. Too bright. Tolftir?
Hold, mage, and listen well.
Tolftir?
Know that you have set in motion a chain of events that cannot be stopped. Judgment has not been passed, as you had no way of knowing. Judgment will be passed on your actions to come, and how you deal with the dangers ahead of you. This warning is passed to you because the Psijic Order believes in you. You, mage, and you alone, have the potential to prevent disaster. Take great care, and know that the Order is watching.
We're not going to get into who the Psijic Order are.
I swear I felt something rather strange just then. What just happened?
We're not going to get into the Psijic Order for quite a few videos. That is some very complex lore that I don't want to go into right now. Today we're keeping it simple. We're just explaining that mages are hated. I've given you the reasons why, and that's today's lore. But yeah, some ghosts appeared, spoke to me. You froze up.
I'm afraid I didn't see anything. Can you tell me more about what you saw?
He's setting from the Psijic Order. There's danger, things like that.
The Psijic Order? Are you quite sure about that? That's very odd. And danger ahead? Why, that doesn't make any sense at all. The Psijics have no connection to these ruins, and no one's seen any of their order in a long time. Perhaps we should take a look inside these coffins. Now, please do be careful. Who knows what we're going to find?
Yeah, it's completely impossible. It makes no sense there'd be danger ahead. You're in a Draugr ruin. These places are full of undead. Oh, whatever. Yeah, I'll ask what the Psijic Order is for people who are really curious, but this will be a very crass and base explanation.
They were a group of mages with a history that predates the Empire. Very powerful, very secretive. No one's seen them in well over 100 years. They vanished, along with their sanctuary on the Isle of Artaeum. I have no idea what connection they'd have to this place.
Okay, why are they contacting me exactly?
I have no idea, but it's fascinating. Assuming it's true, of course. The Isle of Artaeum disappeared over 100 years ago, and no one has seen them since. And yet now, suddenly, they've chosen to contact you. Why, it's intriguing. If nothing else, I'd take it as a compliment. The Psijics have only ever dealt with those they feel worthy.
Okay. Yeah, you're kind of a pushover. We talked you into teaching us magic when you wanted us to learn safer. Then we talked you into taking us to the crazy tomb. Now you're just gonna believe me that I'm talking to the people who've been gone for 100 years while you daydream. Yeah, you are such a pushover, Tolftir.
Take care now.
Let's get on with it. Whoa, Draugr. Light him up. Now remember, these are undead. That means we cannot hit them with our Fury spell. It will have no effect on them. What the? Oh dear. It seems our clone Tolftir has found his way in here. Yeah. This is what happens when you play God with console commands, people. Don't do it unless you absolutely have to, or things like this happen. I could delete the second one off screen, but I'm kind of paranoid that might screw up the first one. I don't want to screw this up any more than I already have. Don't look at me like that. It's not my fault. The game was lagging and locking up and stuff.
To defend yourself.
Okay, it didn't do any of that, but the game definitely did, you know, not give me Tolftir where I need him to continue the game.
What are you doing that for?
Because I'm curious. I want to pull the lever. Speaking of which, this set might... You can't use Fury on the enemies I'm fighting. Oops. I want that on the left hand, please. One thing to note, magic always, when you use your hotkeys from the Q menu, like it's pushing 1, 2, 3, whatever you assign it to, it always goes to the left hand first. I'm putting the ward in the left hand because I have no use for Fury, and they might try and throw a spell at me. You never know. Anyway, let's throw some fireballs. Alright, who's next? Oh. Hey, don't do that. Stop it. Oh, he seems I'm out of mana. Take a moment to regenerate mana. I regenerate pretty quickly. Never mind, he can take care of it.
I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at... I've never seen anything like this in Nordic ruins before. Why, just look at all these coffins.
We've seen...
This bears closer inspection. I'd like to stay a while and examine this. You, however, should press on. See if you can find whatever this vision of yours mentioned. But if it is truly dangerous, be careful. Go on ahead. I'll be sure and catch up with you before long.
You are a terrible teacher, for starters. Secondly, I've seen this coffins like this 1,000 times in Nordic ruins. There's nothing odd about this. God. I'm sorry, but this guy is an incompetent teacher. I don't much care for him. Okay. You pull chain 1, you pull chain 2, you carry on. Alright, well the good news is our second Talthier is going to be gone now because they don't follow you into this room. Bad news is, they don't follow you into this room. So, oh, darn it. I am trying to pick up some of the more valuable stuff this time because again, as I mentioned before, I have lifted the shop ban so I can buy my spells and I need money to buy spells. Unless you guys want me to just use the basic fireball the entire game and nothing else, we kind of need the magic. Anyway, I think this is a good place to stop. So yeah, we're going to stop right here for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and next time we're going to go deeper into Saarthal to try and figure out exactly what's going down here, what all this danger is about, and if I'm just really crazy when I think I'm seeing people from 100 years ago. Alright guys, have a good one.